Coach, what are your thoughts on the officiating after a really physical game?
Why you asking me about the refs, man? Why you asking me about the referees? Seriously. I mean, it is what it is. So, refereeing's refereeing. You had a problem with it?
No, I just wondered.
You had some pretty animated discussions with the referees.
Well, I honestly don't. When I always feel as though when reporters ask about the officiating, then they have questions about it. You guys won. You're a Georgia Mason media guy. You guys won, and you're asking me about the refs.
Did you know this was going to be a physical game?
Yeah. I mean, it's a game. One of the things I said to the referees was, look, guys, this is a big game. Let the game be played. Yeah, I believe in it. I believe when it's a game like this, you know what I mean? They're 10-5, we were 10-5. Let the game be played. I got no problem with that. Then, you truly get, okay, who's somewhat the better team. Let the kids win the game. Let them play. I have no problem with that. Just call the things you have to call.
Were you, I guess, indicating that maybe it was too tight in the last 2-3 minutes as both teams spent most of the last 2 or 3 minutes at the free throw?
No. Actually, I talked to them guys in the first half, more so than the second half. So, second half, I thought they let those guys play. I thought they let the teams play.
Is it a little, I don't know, I guess ironic isn't quite the word, but I don't know what it is, that one of the worst free throw shooters in the league makes his too, and your second best free throw shooter, this is the front end to his, after you had kept the lead, making free throw after free throw after free throw.
Well, I mean, that's the way it goes sometimes. I mean, Leon is his first year playing. So, I mean, hostile environment. And we asking a lot from him, to be honest with you. He didn't have the greatest of games, I didn't think. And, Monroe's a veteran. And he's at home. I saw them play, forget who it was, on tape. And honestly, I saw them miss those. And they lost. They weren't here, though. They were on the road, so that makes it tough. But, got to give the kid credit. He stepped up and they made the foul shots and he got the putbacks. And, they fouled Leon. I mean, it wasn't like when he caught the ball, I mean, they wanted to foul him. So it didn't matter what his percentage was.
Right.
They wanted to foul him. So they feel as though, make this guy shoot the foul shots. So they felt that way no matter what his percentage was. So they wanted people, they wanted him to catch the ball. You can sort of see that.
What about your last possession? Can you run through just what was going on?
Actually, we ran a little swirl play, which I thought we had him, but Scotty tried to cross the. If he drives the ball with his right hand, he gets to look at the basket because we had to clear it out. He had to do it actually on his side where he wanted to go, but he tried to cross the ball over to the left hand for some odd reason, and they got their hands on it. Well, I thought we executed it well. He just tried to cross it over. I thought the guys did what we were supposed to do. Then just scramble, and we tried to get it at the basket. It didn't work.
Coach, you just talk about how tough it is to play here.
I mean, CAA tough home courts. I mean, they got to go on. The crowd is good. The band is loud as hell. So, they put it right by your bench. They complain about us, and our student section is behind the visiting team's bench. Look, the band is there. You know what I mean? Dudes start playing. They got the loudest bass I ever heard in my life. But I mean, we know it's going to be a tough place. They play extremely well in this building, and we knew that. And we knew we had to play with some toughness, in the game. I mean, because we knew it was going to be a tough environment. Right now, they probably got the toughest environment in the league, and we knew it was going to be a tough game.
How do you feel about it? Evan talked about it a little bit, but how do you feel about your team? You've been on a good stretch run. This is a tough game. There's a lot at stake. How do you feel about them responding?
Well, I mean, you just got to respond. And we don't play anybody in the league on Saturday. We got a bracket buster game, but we want to finish off strong going into league play. So, it's about getting better to get to that point. So, it's about finishing strong. Tough game. We played hard tonight. We played tough. We came up short. We play hard and tough. Like you said, with a few less mistakes, then we win a lot of those games. So, we got to be ready to do that come playoff time. But we got to finish strong going into the playoffs.
What was the exchange between you and their coach at the end?
Tough games, 2 games in a row. We lost like that place. We had the final shot, we missed it. The game wasn't as tight though. They got up big, we came back. But I mean, it was back and forth. And tough game. Coach Elvin really sitting there, he just shake your hand, shakes the head, keep on moving.
That said, he kind of stumped you for Coach of the Year. He said it's going to be hard not to, or easy to vote for you. Complimented your golf game, your wife. Same thing with your dress.
Now, me and him, me and him and his wife, we hang out in the CAA meetings when we have our coaches meetings and stuff. So we always play golf together. So his wife's pretty good too. She's pretty good. So, but you know, hey, they picked us for last. I mean, everybody's been like, oh, guys, they picked us for last place. So of course you're surprised. You picked us for dead last. I mean, last year we won 5 games. We're 5-13 in the conference. We won 10 already this year. So of course people are gonna be surprised. They picked us for last place. So I mean, our guys have battled. I've been proud of them. They battled all year. We've lost a lot of games like this one. To be honest with you.
Personally, what does it mean to you that he comes in here and uses his time after a big win to say, hey, you know, look at this guy?
I appreciate that because he's the dean of the CAA coaches. He's the guy that's been around for a long time. His teams have always been good. So, you know, you give him a lot of respect because he's a good coach. He's run a good program. And us being a team that really, although we've been in the CAA for 8 years, you sort of want to do what George Mason's doing. In a way, when we came into the league, who are the better teams in the league? Mason, VCU, Old Dominion. Those have always been the better teams in the CAA. So you want to get to that point and be up in there in the upper echelon with those guys. And coach has done a great job with that. And now, plus he got it. Since they've been to the Final Four. I mean, hey, yeah, I went to the Final Four at George Mason, man. That's hard. I don't think people really understand that. And honestly, what people don't realize, they didn't win the league that year. You know what I mean? So he's done an unbelievable job with the program. He brings a lot of excitement. It's a very exciting place to play. You know, if you're a player, you want to come and play at George Mason, although it might be tough because it's exciting. And he's built that excitement. He's done a great job.
You're naturally disappointed, of course, with the loss, but what were you most pleased with, by your team's performance?
Well, we just talked about battling. You know what I mean? We got to come to battle, and I thought we did that. Times we let up, we let them get a few more extra shots that we shouldn't have. And the offensive rebound was the game winner. But we talked about battling. That's all we talked about. A couple weeks ago, we watched the Thrill in Manila. And honestly, that's what we talked about, battling. I mean, Joe Frazier got beat, but Joe Frazier was battling. So, we talked about that. And that's what we knew coming in here. It was going to be one of those types of fights.